everyone, welcome back. In this session we are going to see about the reflection of light. See, we know that the light travels in a straight line. So unless it travels into another medium, it travels in a straight line. So whenever the light travels into another medium, few things may happen. Some portion of light may be absorbed by that medium, or the light may be reflected back into the same medium, or the light may be travel through the second medium also if the medium is transparent. And if basing upon that medium only, sometimes the light will changes its path. So reflection of light means the light coming back into the same medium with the boundary separating the two medium is called as reflection of light. So let us see that reflection. So here is a reflecting surface, or we call this as a reflector. Reflector means where the reflection takes place. That surface is called as a reflector, and the line drawn perpendicular to the surface is called as normal. So this is normal, and a ray A is traveling in this direction and it hit the reflecting surface, or what we call as reflector. So whenever the light ray hits the reflector, it will rebound back into the same medium. So this is the ray B, which rebound back into the same medium, and here we call this as angle of incidence I, and this we call as angle of reflection R. And here, if this reflector is not there, then the light have to travel like this. But due to the reflector, the light is traveling in this way. The path of light is this. So this one, this is called as angle of deviation or deviation angle. Angle of deviation or deviation angle. And here the angle between the incident ray and the surface, or we call it as a reflector, no? A reflector is called as glancing angle. This is the glancing angle. See, and here if you consider the laws of reflection, there are two laws of reflection. First law is the incident ray, reflected ray, normal and the point of incidence all lies on the same plane. These all lies on a same plane. So that is the first law of reflection. And coming to the second law, this is angle of incidence I, and this is the angle of incidence R. Angle of incidence I is equal to angle of reflection R. If the angle of incidence is 30 degree, then the angle of reflection also will be 30 degree. If the angle of incidence is 45 degree, then the angle of reflection also will be 45 degree. So that is the second law of reflection. The angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. And now if you consider the definitions of these, so this is the incident angle. So we can define the incident angle like this. This is the angle between incident ray and normal. So the angle between incident ray and normal is called as angle of incidence, and this we can define like this: the angle between reflected ray and normal. The angle between reflected ray and normal is called angle of reflection. And see, this is the angle of deviation. So for this we can say like this: This is the angle between reflected ray and this we call as extended incident ray. This is the extended incident ray. So the angle between extended incident ray and reflected ray is called as angle of deviation. We indicate with D, angle of deviation, and this is called as glancing angle. This is the angle between incident ray and the surface. The angle between the incident ray and surface is called as glancing angle. So these are the terms we have seen in this reflection of light: angle of incidence, angle of reflection, angle of deviation, and glancing angle. And there are two laws of reflection. First law, the angle incident ray, reflected ray, normal and the point of incidence all lies in the same plane. And coming to the second law, the angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection.